Hi there, my name is Mayowa Olajide Akinle, and you're welcome to this episode of Conversation Ekiti. So Conversation Ekiti is bringing to you stories and perspectives from the Ekiti state election, from the perspective of a first-time voter, me. I've begun a new series where I'll be spending a day in the life of the candidates in this election. And today I'll be spending a day in the life of the candidate of Action Democratic Party, ADP. She's a woman, she's 40 years old, she's an engineer, a civil engineer that trained at the Federal Poly Ado Ekiti. She's an indigene of Ayedun Ekiti in Kole local government area of the state.
My name is Erelu Kemi Halle. People call me Erelu the first female gubernatorial candidate in Ekiti state under the platform of ADP.
Alright, so welcome back. So today we're speaking with Erelu that's what people popularly call her. But her name is Erelu Kemi Elebute Halle. I'd arrived at place around 8 a.m. in the morning, and as at that time there were about not less than 20 individuals who were in our vicinity, and she was attending to them. So she was already been attending to a couple of women who came to show their support for our vision and our quest to become the next governor in Ekiti State.
Interview mi ní Fresh FM ló gbà kan kí ló dé tó obìnrin ò kì í support ara wọn mo ní obìnrin wo ló ti jáde tá support ṣé a support Olújìmí
I support her.
Senator Olújìmí, did we not support her?
I support her.
So we love ourselves. Yes. It's because we have not come out. That's why people say obìnrin support ọ̀rá náà àti jáde approved rẹ̀ sọ ní June 18.
Yes.
We are going to vote them out by God's grace.
Amen.
I am not here in Ekiti State to impress anybody. I am here to serve you and to serve Ekiti State well, especially our women, our youth. I am just a human being that want to serve my people.
So when she finished addressing those women, our makeup artist came and started getting her ready for the day. And while she was that thing when she was getting ready for the day, she had breakfast. While she was having breakfast, and like the time when I arrived, I said there were 20 people there earlier. So there was like a long line of individuals who had specific needs that they wanted to meet. So they had maybe family problems, they needed money, they needed support with stuff. And I asked around, and people said that was how she attended to individuals whenever she was around. And I was stunned because I understood the amount of what it took to do that kind of thing. But what struck me the most as regards that was the level of compassion that she exhibited. It wasn't even what she was doing exactly, but it was in the compassion that fueled the activity. So it means as she was interacting with each and every person, you could almost feel the compassion that she felt. And that compassion just made that interaction much more worthwhile to watch and witness as an individual. I was honestly blown away.
Yes, mommy. Please, everybody, contribute for Mama.
She is somebody that has been helping so many people, even before having the mind to become the governor of Ekiti. She has been helping a series of people, sending so many people to school. She has been taking care of the orphanage. She has been taking care of the widows. She has been kind to so many people.
I just came to see Erelu right now, and I've been having problems with my admission for 2 years now. So I've been trying to get an admission into a particular school, but with just a phone call, she has fixed my problem now, and I'm so happy right now. Erelu is such a spectacular person, so she's a very nice person.
Fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ láti ọ̀dọ̀ wọn bá dẹ̀ ṣe ṣàlàyé gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ èmi gẹ́gẹ́ mo ṣe wà yìí ọba fòsìsì sí ní àyẹ̀mí lórúkọ mi ọkọ mi ṣaláìsí òkú ni àwọn ọmọ tó kó sílẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan kan fún wọn ni wọ́n ṣe jí ìwé wọn fún mi tí mo ṣe wá bá wọn mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run bí mo ṣe dọ́dọ̀ wọn ìrànlọ́wọ́ tán lè ṣe wọ́n ṣàlàyé wọ́n ní kí n mọ́mọ́ mi wá pé àwọn á ràn lọ́wọ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ní wọ́n máa employ mi náà fún nǹkan tí agbára wọn bá gbé láti fi ràn mí lọ́wọ́ so mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Mrs. Erelu Bamba fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ àti àtìlẹ́yìn wọn àti tọlọ́run nínú ayé mi ẹ ṣé.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
How has it been since you got to get on this international program? How has it been?
It has been wonderful, overwhelming, exciting. I loved it. Every bit of it is sweet. It's wonderful. It's like I love what takes my energy. I like to put my energy in everything that I do, and I'm enjoying every moment of it.
Where did you get your strength from?
It's inbuilt. It's inbuilt. I've been born like that. I've been brought up like that. That's how my parents brought me up. There's virtually no female in my house, because whatever tax my father would give a female child, he will give the male child the same. So nobody, you don't look at yourself as the angle of a female in my house. If we are going to farm, my father will give me the same tax as giving my elder brothers. So I've been brought up like that. It depends. I think everything has to do with family background. So I've been brought up very strong from the beginning. I could compete. Even my father would just intentionally give us something. I would say, go and do it. I would say, Kemi, come and sit down. Don't do it. I would tell them, I would do it. And I would do it very well. And I was telling some people the other day, one friend came to my house here and was talking to people. And one of them cautioned him, you know, you are talking to Excellency, you're not supposed to be revealing as a past. I said, why not? Why not? Before I go to school in the morning, I will have to have some heaps of farm. Maybe if my father gives my elder brother to do 400 hips, I will do 400 hips. And most of the time I do it before him. I finish before them and still assist them. So I've been brought up like that. I just want to give kudos to my father. He brought us very well. So he didn't see any female in the house. He see human beings. And I think that is why we men don't feel fixed. They don't feel that a little bit of sense of responsibility to the society, because they see themselves in that female. They feel that female are weak. No, female are not weak. That even though God call us weaker vessels does not mean we are weak. God just wants people to see our men, to see us in the area of our strength, that we are not supposed to be abused. But people are turning against the women these days. They will say women are weaker vessels, so they cannot do this, they cannot. What I cannot do, God has not created it. I do everything, I can do everything. And that's why I'm here as a first gubernatorial candidate of ADP in Ekiti State. And I will do it well. I don't see anybody stopping me. I don't see anybody. I'm just enjoying every bit of the whole thing. I'm going out at night like every other man, because they will say, they just want to, that area of fear where they feel that they can. Good things happen at night. I tell people, most times, when you want to have good deliberation, it happens at night. So why can't we women come out at night? Why can't we do what you men are doing? We are vessels like you. God created us like you. He molded us like you. So what is the big deal?
Now let's talk about your background. How did you transition from a child that was born into what you want to be? How was your journey like?
It was rough. It was a rough, but was a rough, beautiful, rough beginning.
Where were you born?
I was born in Ekiti State. Brought up in Ekiti State. Schooled in Ekiti State.
Where in Ekiti?
I was born in Ayedu Ekiti. I schooled in Lasha Ekiti. My father is a king in Lasha Ekiti. Was a king in Lasha Ekiti. The oldest king that ever lived in Ekiti State. But my grandfather was brought up in the palace. So I schooled in Lasha Center, training primary school. From there I went to Comprehensive High School Ijeshashu Ekiti. From Ijeshashu I came to Federal Polytechnic Ado Ekiti. If there's anything that has ever taken me out in my educational time was youth service. So I served in Adamawa State. That was my journey out of Ekiti, and I did well. And I will tell you that I did well. You could see, I'm always a strong lady. When I got there, you always think that I'm from Adamawa, or I'm the daughter of the governor of Adamawa that time, because I did well as a corps member. I was the best copper of the year. They were even begging me to stay. They offered me job, and I could remember when they were giving me the state honor award that the deputy governor said, I wish to stay in Adamawa State, marry in Adamawa State, and we give you job in Adamawa State. So there is nowhere that I have ever been to that I don't thought I'm this person that I want to translate a bush to a palace. That is who I am. And when I was intimidating, because People don't know where my strength comes from. They just see this lady, everything works for me. Whatever I want, I kick in my heart. God has always made it work. And that is who I am.
So from Adamawa, let's say we are following that journey. So after your youth service, what was your first job? How did you start working?
Oh, I started working even before I left Ekiti State. I was on the largest project in Ekiti State, Ado Iworoko Ifaki dualization. I was the youngest engineer on that site. From there, I served in Adamawa. I served with PW Nigeria Limited. So from there, I left them. I started working with Julius Vega as the first female engineer with Dantata and Sao.
You have been a first female
even in Federal Polytechnic Ado Ekiti, we were 7 in a class, and I was the only female among of them. Civil engineering hydraulic option. I was the only female. Everybody was running from me. I said I would be there, and I would do well, and I did well.
In all this, when did politics start for you?
This politics is an act of God. If you tell me how it happens, I don't know how it happens. But I know I have always loved politics. I am born into a political family. My families have always been close to Ambassador Mrs. Dola Adeonikode. And I will say it point blank. There is no governor that will come to Ekiti State that will not pay us visits. You will come. She's a mentor. She's a political mentor. You must come. Is he Niyi Adebayo? Is His Excellency Niyi Adebayo? Is he His Excellency Fayose? Is His Excellency Shegun? Fifayemi? You must just come. She's a political guru. So you must be in our house. And I fed most politicians in Ekiti State.
Fed them?
I cook for them. Caught me in the White House. When people are coming to our house, one would have called me. We are expecting 200 women from Ado Ekiti today. Prepare food for them. Under 10 seconds, I would have pounded them for all of them. So when they are coming, when people are coming from abroad, when you get to Mr. Onipede's house, just ask. Yes, you know you eat well. When you see Kemi, they used to call me Kemi Omo Yeye. So when they are coming, when people are coming to visit my mom that time, I said, they say, please, who is Kemi Omo Yeye here? When they come, either they are coming from any part of the world, they must ask of me, because they will be treated well. That is how we are brought up. That's how mommy brought us up. Politicians, I fed them. I prepared their meals. So I have learned politics and the issues of politics from the family. From the table. From the table, I learned it. That is it.
I think that there are 2 critical questions we must ask. The first is, what is your vision as a person?
My vision, I'm fulfilling it already. I've been fulfilling visions from birth. From being first in a class of men, from being first in Adamawa State in a strange land, for being first to work in an indigenous company, from being first everywhere I go. So I'm fulfilling from being first female gubernatorial, not aspirant, I'm correcting it, first female gubernatorial candidate. You know, it's a lot for me, and it's a lot for Ekiti people. And kudos to our women. I'm just representing all of us.
What is your vision for it?
Oh, me tutun, fresh start. Oh, me tutun, fresh start. Oh, me tutun, Erelu bam bam. Oh, me tutun, fresh start. Oh, me tutun. That oh, me tutun is centered around 3 R's. The first R is to reclaim Ekiti State. The second R is to rebuild Ekiti State. The third R is to return Ekiti State to its people. That is my vision.
To rebuild?
To reclaim. The first is to reclaim. Second is to rebuild. The third is to return. 3 R's. When you say you want to reclaim something, that means something has been wrong. You want to reclaim it from wherever it has been cooked. Wherever it has been badly handled, you are reclaiming. That is a reclamation. To rebuild means that bad system, or faulty system, or faulty background, you want to rebuild it. That is the rebuilding of it. We are going to rebuild Ekiti State. Returning Ekiti State. That is the pure democracy. Executive democracy. Government for the people, by the people, and for the people. By the time we reclaim, we rebuild, we are going to put back the governance into the hands of the people, Ekiti people. That is it.
What is your experience on Ekiti?
Ekiti is a beautiful land now. I've explored every route of Ekiti. I am Ekiti Kete myself. grassroots Ekiti person, born, bred, and brought up in Ekiti State. I'm not me. I have showered. I've swum in the what do they call it? In running waters. I have taken the spring waters. I have taken the Ikogosi water. I've been there. I've taken the spring water of Ijesha-Ashu Ekiti. There's another spring water in Ijesha-Ashu Ekiti. So I have moved through the length and breadth of Ekiti State. I know my people. My people know me. Yes. So they were calling, they were keying in. The one that had 1 naira, they are putting it in the other account of our campaign. The one that had 2 naira, they would, according to their capacity. I have some of them in Ido-Osi Ekiti. They are doing it by themselves. They are flowing with it, with the trend. That is what it is.
What unique contributions would ADP be making to governance in Ekiti State?
Thank you. I believe by the special grace of God, ADP will be sworn in come October 16, 2022. And myself and the governorship candidates of the party will have a vision to make things different than the way it was before, to make a change, because change is only that is constant. There must be change in area of governance in Ekiti. And as you know, she's an engineer. She has a lot of connections. She has been into series of places, see how where things work well, where things work normal the way it's supposed to be. I believe we can use the experience to make a difference, to make a change in Ekiti State.
And when you look at the history of Ekiti, we have tested so many other people, especially the men. They have tried their own. But this time, I believe it is proper to give a woman, especially somebody who can help us, to come to this, to become the governor of Ekiti. And at the same time, there is a say that whatever, there is nothing a man can do that a woman cannot do. Let's give the woman a try as well in Ekiti, and let's see what they will do. And another party entirely. We have tested PDP, we have tested APC, we have seen their good works, we have seen what they can do, we have seen their lapses. So let's give another party, another person, chance entirely to see what they can do.
It needs change of hands. Whatever was clamoring for change, they tested PDP, it's failed them, tested APC, it's failed them. We need another party, and I believe this is the right time. The first time in the history of Ekiti where a female will emerge as a candidate of the party, I think is a very it has not happened in the history of Ekiti State. Now it has come aboard, I believe everybody should rally around and make it work. To even see
so we are very pleased in the party to take a woman as our gubernatorial candidate, because we know they have this need here. And when you look at it, the populate more of women, the electorate more of women. So if the women can come together, if they can support a woman like them who can deliver us from what we have been going through, what we have been experiencing in our economy, in our society, in Ekiti as a whole. I think it will be a better chance for us at this time to have a woman, a capable one for that matter, to be the next governor of Ekiti. So I would like to use this avenue to appeal, to talk to our women. We have them as wives, we have them as sisters, we have them as mothers. We have them around us to support their person, which is woman, which is engineer Kemi Elebute Halle, to support her to get to that position which she wants to get to.
So I then asked her to give final words to young people and final words to women. This was what she had to say.
We have had His Excellency Niyi Adebayo He was a youth when he became the governor of Ekiti State. Keep the hope alive. There is no end to what we can achieve if we believe in it. And there is no time you cannot start as a youth. You can start anytime. Just put your mind at it, put your heart at it, and work hard for it. You will see that we can achieve greatness, and greatness will surely come. And there's nothing like luck. You work towards achieving what you want to achieve in life. And there is no limit. Sky is our starting point. To our Ekiti women, beautiful women, strong women, amiable women, I will tell you, you are great. We are the voice that speaks through our men. Don't let us be intimidated. If you see men condemning women, they are talking from the angle of fear. And we still know where we belong to. We are representing them as their mothers. And that is the greatest responsibility God has given unto us. We are the one who gave back to these our men. I said it before. We see them metamorphose. And we nurture them well. That is the same way we women in Ekiti State, we are going to nurture Ekiti State like that. We were going to pamper Ekiti State. And I want to tell our women, don't let any person intimidate you by talking you down or by any form of stigmatization. Why do they say women don't support women? I say to them, it's a lie. It's because we don't come out. Come out as a woman, we support you. I have helped women, and I'm still in the habit of doing so. And in governance, we are going to be there. We are going to be helping our men grow. We are going to be helping Ekiti State grow. For every wise woman, there is no limit to our achievement. Thank you so much.
So I think that there's this very interesting, distinct quality that Erelu has. And I mentioned it before. I think there's a fire that she has. And it's even more impressive where, as a young woman, she has been able to surmount all the odds women have faced. She has crumbled them, and she has risen to the top in her career as an engineer, doing all that she's doing, and also still finding space to impact the lives of people and be active in her community. I found all those inspiring about her personality, and I think that undoubtedly she's a great person, and I think that she's also a great candidate for governorship. But the question of if she might win, I don't know. It's not up to me. It's up to you guys.
This is Conversation Ekiti. Make your vote count for Erelu Kemi Halle under the platform of ADP. That is where we want to do the great things that we have in our mind, our vision and mission for Ekiti State. That is where we want to achieve it this time. My name is Erelu Kemi Elebute Halle. People call me Erelu Bam Bam. And I'm coming under the platform of ADP, Action Democratic Party. Egbe Oniwe.
I'm only hopeful that she gets the support of Ekiti women and young people. She'll be able to make a mark in this election. In the next coming days, I'll also be speaking with other governorship candidates. It was a delight to do this. If you're a young person and you watch this video, ensure to like, ensure to share, ensure to subscribe. My name is Maya. I'll see you in the next video. Catch ya.